What's good, everybody? Today we are going to be talking about another grant opportunity that is available, and we're going to get into that right away. But if you don't know me, I'm Will Frazier, your credit and business expert, and if you are interested in more information on funding for your business like this, or business strategies, even improving your personal credit and getting funding options like credit cards and loans for your personal credit, then make sure you hit the thumbs up to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you'll be notified of any new videos I put out, just like this one. Now, today, we're going to be talking about a $10,000 grant from Voodoo. Now, Voodoo is interested in the world of work and providing solutions that help make that work better. So basically, they're providing this grant in an attempt to try to help the world of work to become better. So again, they're offering $10,000, which is a good bit of money that you can use for your business. And something very notable that you want to take note of is that this is going to end, the entry period is going to end on February 25th. So that is not too far away. So you definitely want to be jumping on this opportunity if you do qualify. Now, again, a grant is free money that you can obtain. You don't have to pay it back. It's not a loan. And if you need more information on this type of grant, I'm going to share some of the details with you now. But if you need more information, make sure that you do reach out to Voodoo. I'll share their email with you in just a second so that you can know who to contact to get more details. And of course, the link to this page will be down in the description as well, because I don't actually personally help with obtaining grants. So you will want to reach out to them directly, and that way you will ensure that you get the best and most detailed information on what you need to do. But again, we will go through the details in this video. Now, this grant is aimed at women and Black, indigenous, people of color, etc. And you're going to find more of the details on here. But basically, what is the Voodoo's Visionaries grant? The Voodoo Visionaries grant is a 60-second pitch contest for those founders who are innovating for a better and more diverse future of work. The Voodoo Visionaries grant competition is done entirely via short, asynchronous video and compels founders to share their story in a simple 60-second video. Think elevator pitch that you share with the world. Now, participants can share their Voodoo pitch with their network to see and vote on their favorite visionaries. The top 10 vote getters will move on to the final panel judge round. So that is the gist of how it's going to work. These are some of the judges that they are going to have to judge once you've actually gone through the voting period. And just to give you some more details on just how this process works and some of the time frames involved with it, here is the email, of course, before I get into that, hello@voodoo.com. If you do have any additional questions or need some more details other than what we're going to talk about in the video, so make sure you save this and reach out to them if you do have those questions. Okay, so what's the schedule look like? Well, basically it opened up around January 24th. It's going to end around March 31st. So round one, they're calling for all entries to come in and submit their stuff and to get their votes in. So before January 25th, you're gonna need to be getting these votes in. So right now you do have a good bit of time. So make sure that you are jumping in so you can build up those votes, because it did open up on January 24th. But don't count yourself out. Still give yourself a chance to go ahead and get that. So participants will submit their Voodoo link and start accumulating upvotes. Voting closes February 25th. The top 10 vote getters get the opportunity to go to round two. So if you end up being in the top 10 of those that were voted for, as far as number of votes, then you make it to round two. Now, once you get to round two, which is going to be around March 1st through March 8th, they have two important dates here, March 1st and March 18th. The 5 judges will each post a question for the participants via Voodoo on March 1st. And participants must answer with 1 Voodoo for each question by March 18th. So that's what round 2 is going to consist of. In round 3, that's going to be around March 25th. Judges will choose the top 3 by that date. So that's when they're going to finalize who the top 3 are going to be. And then there's going to be a final round, a virtual event on March 31st. We'll be announcing the winner of the Voodoo Visionaries 2021 award on March 31st. Now, I see it says 2021 right there. I'm assuming that that's the error and they meant to put 22 because everything else date-wise is corresponding with 2022. So I'm sure that's just an accident. Okay, so basically the ultimate winner will receive a $10,000 grant, exposure in the final 3 GeekWire live panel, and a featured 60-second interview in the GeekWire podcast throughout the month of April. So that's some good exposure for your business, in addition to winning that money, which would be very good for your end result, drawing more customers to you and being able to have that money to do what you need to do within your business as well. Now, as far as more rules and criteria, they do have this right here, but you can get some more of the details on the rules. And again, this will be linked in the description, so you'll be able to get to this page and get right here and check out all this information. But just to give you a quick run through of some of the eligibility criteria, we already mentioned this one right here. You have to be a legal U.S. resident. You have to be 18 years of age or older, 19 if you're in Alabama or Nebraska, 21 if you're in Mississippi. At the time of entry, you cannot have raised more than 1.5 million in capital prior to applying. So basically, your business has to be under 1.5 million. So you don't have to have a minimal amount of revenue or whatever. You just can't make more than 1.5 million. So that's how high they have the cap raised. Now, as far as business criteria, focus on solutions that are targeted towards the future of work. Have proof of concept or beta version of their company in the marketplace. Have a business plan that they can share upon request. So this is telling me that you don't have to be a business that's already making money, because they're saying that you can have proof of concept, a beta version, or a representation of the type of business that you're in inside of the marketplace that they can look at, or even a business plan that they can look at upon request. So those of you that are startups that might be in this realm or in this field, this is going to be perfect for you guys, because again, there is no minimal income requirement. There's just an income cap. So that tells you that those startups out there are going to be welcome. Now, some additional factors: clear definition of your customer and demonstration of initial product market fit. And also, diversity and inclusivity is a part of your mission. And there are a lot of other little details that they have here, but again, you can come back to this document to get more details. Now, why do they do what they do? Well, basically they say here, female entrepreneurs own 38% of all businesses in the US, but that is not reflected in the proportion of startup money that currently goes to female founders. Women-led startups receive just 2.3% of VC funding. And also, Black, Indigenous, people of color receive less business financing, less often, and at higher rates. 80% of white business owners receive at least a percentage of the funding they request from a bank, compared to 66% of Black, Indigenous, people of color. Those same business owners are discouraged from applying for loans. All right, we will never be solving the problems that we need to solve unless the set of entrepreneurs is more diverse. This quote from Jennifer Hyman. So this is really why they're doing what they're doing, trying to open up the door to those that don't usually get funding when they need it or aren't able to obtain favorable funding options. So this is a way to try to get you guys money, and especially for you guys that are startups. So that is going to be the Voodoo grant, $10,000. Make sure you go ahead and apply, get that in before February 25th. Share this video with anybody that you know may qualify or may need this money to get their business started up off the ground and try to get headed into a good direction with their business moving forward past that. Now, I do thank you guys for sticking around to the end of the video, and I'll see you next time.